Hi guys, good evening. Welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in tonight's video, I will be giving you another trailer reaction, this time to the recently released third and final trailer for one of the summer's hottest upcoming films, War for the Planet of the Apes. We got the third and final trailer released to us earlier today. Does it look like a doozy? This looks like probably the most action-packed, most exciting, and probably the most intense and possibly heartbreaking Apes film to date. Well, at least in this newest franchise. For this newest franchise. Yeah, that was pretty intense. It was pretty wild. There was some stuff we had seen before, and there was others that we hadn't. Um, it sounds like Caesar's almost speaking in complete sentences, and he may be one of the few apes who still can because everybody else may still have some growing to do. There's no indication as to how long it's been between this movie and the last movie, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I mean, it could be as short as like 6 or 7 months, or it could be as long as a couple years. It's hard to say. Um, but you know, it looks like they haven't strayed far from their forest home in the redwoods outside of San Francisco, and we've only gotten glimpses of the human military force, and it looks like they're holed up in a big mountain stronghold somewhere. So maybe they're in the mountains, like they're in the same mountain range, but in a snowier, colder range or something like that. Woody Harrelson looks great. I think he's going to be a great bad guy. We know we got more motivation behind his character because he's giving a speech to his troops about how they're going to annihilate every single ape there is. So it's not even technically war. It almost sounds like like a genocide of the apes. Obviously, that wouldn't be too appealing of a title for a movie to call it Genocide of the Apes, but it sounds like that's the goal of the Colonel, Woody Harrelson's character. That's the goal of the Colonel, is to completely wipe out every single ape. And Caesar's not going to stand for it. I think he's been patient and reasonable long enough, and now he's going to rely on his more primal, savage instincts to survive, to protect his family, his people, and we got a pretty good indication of that in the trailer. I think the ape with the who looks a bit bald with the big eyes, the one who's talking to Caesar in the first part, who talks like this about the bad human killing ape. I think he's going to have a bigger role than we expected. I didn't get any indication of a name or what he calls himself, but it looks like he may be a pretty important character. At least that's what this trailer teased more than the other two trailers. This one implies that he may have a bigger role than expected. This trailer also revealed some potential character deaths. Like, it looks like the Colonel, Woody Harrelson's character, had his 9mm out on a chimpanzee, and I could have sworn it was Rocket, one of Caesar's longtime allies, and it looked like he executed him in cold blood. However, that might have been just a chimp trying to escape. And there's another scene where Caesar looks distraught, and the little girl, is crying, and there's a flower tucked behind the ear of the gorilla, and he's lying on his back in the snow. And I'm like, gee, they're revealing, a couple of ape deaths. I don't know how big they are in terms of major character deaths, but I was a little surprised that they were showing some potential character deaths like that. But maybe they're saving the really shocking stuff for the actual film. At least I hope so. I am also curious to learn more about the traitorous gorilla. And something else that got me thinking, they also, not only did they release this new trailer earlier today, but they released a new poster as well, which shows a massive army of apes behind Caesar, and they're facing down a combined army of human soldiers and what look like tattooed apes, a couple of chimps and a couple of gorillas, and it's like they've been spray painted red or scarlet or something like that, and they have the word monkey on their back or something like that. And so the poster implies that Caesar and his apes will not just be fighting the humans, but they'll be fighting apes that are fighting alongside humans. And what reason or motivation other apes could have for joining the humans over their own kind escapes me. Perhaps it's a false promise of protection or immunity from human persecution. I don't know, but I'm very, very interested as to what it could be. And we see that scene where there's several helicopters attacking the human military base. So I doubt it's apes that are flying those choppers. I mean, that might be kind of cool or maybe a little stupid, but who knows? Maybe there's going to be some group of human survivors who take pity on Caesar and his apes and they join his side in their war. And it looks like this is going to be all out war, or at least one big explosive really immensely satisfying final battle for the third movie. And I don't know if this is going to be the final film of this franchise. They haven't exactly confirmed or denied that, but I think it's a good possibility, so we'll see. Other than that, really liked the trailer. I'll include the link to it down below in the description here. I recommend it. It's a fun one to watch, and it just will get you more pumped and excited for the movie if if you weren't too sold on it already. I think this trailer will do that. Will do just that. Well, guys, what did you think of the third and final trailer for War for the Planet of the Apes? Like it, hate it, love it, somewhere in between, not really, don't really care? Please leave your thoughts, opinions, and your feedback down below in the comments section. I'd love to hear from everybody. As usual, please keep it civil and no hostile, negative commentary towards one another. You can disagree with one another, of course, but please be respectful and civil about it. And, of course, don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more trailer reaction videos like this one. Check out my Facebook page in the description down below. I think you'll like what you see. War for the Planet of the Apes hits theaters this summer, July 14th, and a good way to remember it is that its opening weekend is the same weekend as a couple of other upcoming summer hits, such as the season premieres for the two shows, The Strain and Game of Thrones. So if you need a way to remember that, that's a good way to remember it. It's the same opening weekend. All right, guys, have a great rest of the night. Thanks for stopping by. And of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.